pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Lord, we just thank you for the opportunity to have together here tonight to do the business of this community. Lord, thankful for the elected officials. We're thankful for our police department and all the first responders. Thankful for the way the community came together with the last snowfall we had as well. We just praise you for being here with us tonight. And Lord, we just pray for the meeting and the business goes the way it's supposed to. And we'll give you all the praise and all the glory. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Roll call. Lloyd?
Here.
Brenda? Here. Jenny?
Here.
Was that Denny or Jimmy?
Either one of them.
Okay, Jimmy's here and Jenny's here and Byron's not, he's here, but the attorney's not here. Okay, gotcha.
This is really good.
Has everybody looked over the minutes from last month, which we had a short meeting, which was really short. We only approved claims. And then the claims for last month. And if so, and you have no questions, I need someone to, give me
I make a motion
to approve the claims. Have you looked at them? So Jenny gives a motion on the table to approve claims, and then Floyd seconds it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? At this point, we don't have any unfinished business. We do have, is Bestway here? We have a closed bid in here
Okay,
and a sealed envelope.
so we have an RFP that we want to put out for the trash.
You can come to the podium so you can hear us if you'd like.
I don't see the RFP.
So you want to put out an RFP?
We do.
Okay,
So
you want us withholding that?
yeah, we'll just withhold. The intention is that the RFP will go out tonight. It'll be due a month from now.
Okay.
They'll open it that night. If there's any questions, they'll do an interview after that, and then the intention will be to award it at the following meeting in April. Okay. So
all we're asking is that you hold off on picking up the trash bins for one more month. Is that feasible for you? So it's just that we have another person that has also wants to put in a bid as well.
Yeah,
so.
I just was under the assuming it was this evening.
yeah, the intention was to do it in January, but because the council meeting got canceled due to the snow, they weren't able to issue the RFP.
Okay. No problem. So you want me to just take that from now and bring it back?
Yes, if you would.
Please. Yes.
Thank you.
All right.
Yep.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
We need a motion to approve to go to RFP.
So I need a motion to approve to go to RFP for the trash bid.
I make a motion to go to RFP.
Jimmy made a motion for the RFP for the trash bid. I need a second.
I'll second.
Jenny will second it. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any nays? Okay.
How much did it raise this year?
For the trash, it hasn't raised any so far, but we haven't got the chance to see the bid or hear from them. So
When'd you turn it in?
next month we will vote on that.
Because how they sell the two trash cans, did they get that settled?
Yeah, no, we're gonna be using one, and if you want more than one with
That's what I said.
the, yeah,
I
yeah.
told them to get mine.
yeah, it's gonna stay the same. Yeah. So, okay, so I have a motion for the RFP, and then the next ordinance that we're gonna talk about is ordinance 26-1, which is the right-of-way encroachment. And I know that Ted and Seth, I think you guys had a few questions in regards to that ordinance, is that correct?
Yes, but it's not something that we want to really discuss during the meeting.
We will discuss it as a group, and then we will talk to Pete about it. Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
So,
Can we read the ordinance out loud?
yeah, you have can we read it out
That's
loud?
what I want ordinances read out loud from now on, that way the people know. We won't be pushing that money to the table.
Aren't we, do we normally read them out?
We normally, yes, read them out loud. So, let me see yours. You're not reading this whole thing?
That's up to you. You don't have to read the whole thing.
Oh.
I suggest maybe because it's a draft, maybe until we get a chance to review it and maybe put some more edits to it, maybe you can hold off doing that until.
So how about we vote that we table this one until I have
You want to do an introduction? Do you want to table?
yeah, can I introduce?
Do
Okay,
an
so we're
introduction.
gonna do an introduction to ordinance 2026-1, and then I'm gonna meet with Bill, Seth, Ted,
Me too.
Byron,
Me too.
if you'd like to be in on it, Jimmy, and then we will discuss, changes that we want in this. Okay, so I need a motion to introduce, the ordinance for to be able to do some kind of an encroachment for when other people come in our town to where that they can lay their because we need them to stay certain distances from our utilities. So Jenny made a motion to introduce ordinance 2026-1, and Jimmy seconded it. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any nays? And then we have an ordinance on sewer adjustments, which is 2026-2.
This is up for introduction as well.
Yeah. So all we're doing is just doing an introduction of this, and this is allowing sewer adjustments for certain types because we decided that because it's not being seen in a timely manner, especially we're supposed to be getting 24-hour views of it, but sometimes it's delayed and it causes certain situations where we need to give adjustments for people, and that's what this.
Do you figure your sewage bill on your water bill?
Yes.
How you gonna do that? You just gonna adjust the sewage bill?
Yes.
Or you just gonna let the water ride or what?
There'll be a sewer adjustment on the bill. That's what we're saying. They will fill out a paper at the city building saying that they, for whatever reason, they need an adjustment, and then Gloria will bring it to the council, and then we as a council member will decide whether they do or don't get that adjustment.
So that's like a leak? Is that one of your adjustments, is a leak?
A leak, a freeze, anything that has required
So
that,
you're gonna
yes.
adjust the sewage but not the water?
What?
Correct.
Is that right?
That is
Correct.
correct.
Because the water's already been treated.
But your water is figured on your sewage is figured on your water. Which one?
Sewage is figured on your water. Water has already been treated and it's gonna be, has gone through the processing.
But do you realize that that's the way it's always been done, Jimmy? We've only always adjusted sewer, is that correct?
No, we adjusted water for leaks.
And
the whole
ask
thing.
Gloria.
Go ahead and ask.
Did we adjust water or just sewer before? I mean, according to the ordinance.
Seems like maybe both, I don't know, I'd have to look. Billy and Jess.
I wish Jess was here. Seth, do you know?
I don't know offhand. I'm
So
sorry.
They go
I'm pretty
back
sure it was
on-
both water and
It
sewer.
was both.
Yeah.
They go back-
And then it was discovered that it was supposed to just be
They go
So
back-
according to ordinance, it does state that it's only
Yes.
supposed to be the sewer, but we weren't following that ordinance because we
Right.
didn't realize it.
Right,
You
right.
go back,
So
you
we
go
have
back.
made that
Go ahead,
change.
go ahead. You done?
Yeah, sure.
You go back 3 months and figure the water bills without the leaks. And then that's how you adjust the water and sewage, is by going back 3 months and see what it is without the leak. And then you adjust it.
According to the
Well, that
ordinance.
$1,700 leak we had right up here in town, they adjusted down to her cheapest water bill for the last 3 months. That's how we did it.
But that's not the way it was supposed to be, huh?
It should have been the average.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yes. So anyway, this is an introduction that we are going to start giving adjustments, because we passed an ordinance saying that we would not give any adjustments. This is saying that we will consider, yeah, we passed that in a couple months back, that we would not give any adjustments. So all I'm asking is to introduce this so that we can give adjustments. Do you remember us passing that, Gloria? Do you remember us passing that? That we wouldn't give any adjustments?
I don't remember that, but I remember like with Jimmy, we was talking about giving people at least one adjustment a year.
Yeah, it passed.
And then that got changed.
That's
because-
what I remember.
And then it got
With
changed
the new
because of the new system being able to see 24 hours a day, every 15 minutes, what people was using. And then Jess discovered in looking at that sometimes it lagged and we didn't get to see that. So we're saying because of those lag times that she couldn't see, we need to be able to give an adjustment.
Yes.
But we've been given adjustments, right, for leaks?
No, we stopped for the
We
last
stopped
couple
for
months.
a while, yeah.
Yeah, we haven't given
Well, I
any.
wasn't here last month.
Right.
Did you give me adjustments
Before
last
that,
month,
no.
Gloria
I
Lynn?
don't think so.
The month before that, when I was here, I think we gave out 4.
That's because those people were the last, that's because those people were on the old system and the last ones to be put on the new system, so therefore they qualified for an adjustment. That's why they got an adjustment.
Because you're switching from the
Because we went from that old system to the new
$1 million
system.
smart meter.
Yes, yes, and it wasn't discovered that there was a leak after they put the new system on them, so therefore we had to give them an adjustment.
And now then, you've got the $1 million smart meters, there'll be no adjustments. Is that
No,
what
no,
you're
we
doing?
want to still give an adjustment, that's what this is for. I want to introduce this so that we can give an adjustment.
On the rare occasion that it's
On the
needed.
rare occasion that it's needed, yes.
It's 20,
So,
26-2.
Yes.
Allowing sewer adjustments. You
yeah,
got
allowing sewer
one?
adjustments.
You got
So
one?
I don't know if they're not.
I just need someone to make a motion to introduce this so that we can allow
Here.
adjustments.
I'll make that motion.
Floyd makes the motion to introduce 2026-2. I need a second. Jenny seconds it. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any nays? And Jimmy says nay. It still passes. So the next resolution is establishing fees, huh? Or, for this one?
Ordinance number 2026-3.
Okay, the next one is an ordinance establishing fees for street barriers and equipment
Rental policy,
and rental policy.
rental policy for town-owned property and buildings.
Okay, and
Which number is that?
this is 2026-3. This one, Gloria. So this is to establish where the town of Redkey, any buildings that Redkey owns, that there can be a rental fee for the use of that building. That would cover the utilities used or what have you.
What buildings you talking?
Yeah, so, the old fire
So this
station.
one, the old fire station, any other buildings that we own that we would be
What do
renting
you
out.
own?
Huh?
What do
I'm
you
not
own?
saying that we own any more, but I'm saying if we did, then those would be the ones we would be talking about.
So you got the water department, the sewage department, and the old city building up there?
We have the old city building and this building.
This is a limestone building. Yeah, I'm gonna read it tonight. This is a limestone building. I'll read it tonight. Yeah.
Okay. So I just need a motion to introduce.
I'll make the motion.
Jenny makes a motion to introduce 2026-3, establishing a rental policy for town-owned properties and buildings. I need a second.
I'll second.
Floyd will second it. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Thank you. So,
I got a question on that.
okay,
What about fire department building?
we wouldn't rent out the fire department building.
The old one.
The old one. Hi. So, is there another one?
Yep, now it's the resolution 2026.
Okay, so now we have resolution, 2026-1 for,
This one you would only one time, so this would actually take effect.
so I need a motion to accept 2026-1, which is just if somebody outside of our guys need to put up barriers or whatever, that they would do it themselves. So they would go pick them up, they would put them up themselves, and they would return them to Seth on their own, so that he's not using company time to do that stuff.
So this would be, give me an example of this.
This also means like, say, oh, Tasty, or what's the new fountain drink place called? Okay, say they want to shut the street down to have a party, right? So then the vendors have to have insurance, right? And they would be the ones, they would get a hold of Seth and they would say, hey, we need barriers. And he would say, okay, you can pick them up at this time. They would go get them, pick them up, do their roadblock, then they would be responsible for making sure that they're returned to Seth.
Oh,
That's what this is about. And if they don't want to do that, then the town of Redkey can give a delivery fee for those, so that it pays for his wages and stuff, yeah. So, I need a motion to, well, we're not introducing, so I need a motion to pass 2026-1. Or to deny.
I'll make a motion to pass it.
Jenny makes a motion to pass 2026-1.
And wait, is it numbered correctly? Because you have the right of way approaching it.
This is a resolution.
These are resolutions,
Oh,
dear.
okay.
Yeah, this is a resolution, 2026-1, and Jenny makes a motion to pass it. I need a second.
I see.
Jenny will second it. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Jimmy? Aye. Floyd? Yes? Can I hear you?
Yes.
Okay. Any nays? Okay. Is CN here? CN Bales?
Oh, she didn't come?
Yeah. She was supposed to give the quarterly report for the Jay County Development, which Jimmy would have wanted to know.
All I wanna know is where's the $1.5 million?
Alright. And then is Zach here? Zach, it just says Zach GPPS.
Yeah. I'm here for him. He got sick today, so I can't.
And your name is?
Ben Cook.
Ben, you can come on up.
Okay. So you may know more about this. So I know the basics of it.
And this is in regards to what, please?
This is in regards to doing a leak survey. of your water.
Over the water loss that I brought up
Yeah.
in January, they were gonna come last month. Zach was gonna come today. He got sick, so Ben's here to kind of shoot his pitch. I've given Brenda, I think you already had one prior, so this is what he's kind of gonna be shooting his pitch on, kind of give a brief overview of what his company will come in and do for us.
Do they have a copy of the proposal?
Yes, they do.
Okay, yeah, so, so Zach had got this proposal drafted for you guys with Seth, I believe Ted, maybe?
Ted's behind you.
Okay. Well, yeah, so more or less it's to go through the city limits here. It looks like there's 50,000 linear feet roughly, which is about 9.5 miles approximately, if I did my calculations correctly. And we will go through and listen to all of the site features, fire hydrants, PIVs, water valves, things of that nature. Try to see if any of them are leaking. We have some acoustic equipment that we use for the leak detection. And then we can pinpoint those leaks, and then once we find them, we will clear a box around them of all other utilities to make sure that if your crews or somebody you hire to come in and excavate, they won't hit any electrical, column, gas, things of that nature. So we have that. He put that in the proposal to do that. The total down there, that 50,000 linear feet's $5,705. If you would like us to locate all the locate all the water lines and map them and give that to you on our mapping system, so you have accessibility to it, that would be another $12,500. And then you guys can have that at your fingertips through our site map system, and you can have all that information on there.
We rent the fire hydrants? Who do we rent them from, Brenda?
That, I don't know. Mark, do you know? Who do we rent the fire hydrants from?
I know.
Or do we own them?
I know.
He knows,
You?
he knows.
I know.
Okay,
It's actually a fee that the town pays to the water department for use of water, like at the cabin, at the firehouse and everything else and stuff, so the water's not free, but it's actually a fee that the town pays to the utility to make the utility whole for the water that's used by the
As of right now, we
various
don't
town
owe anybody
departments.
for the fire hydrants,
Yeah,
right?
do
We
we
just
pay-
pay towards the water, for the use
It's
of
used
it.
for the water, but
Okay.
it's actually used as a water hydrant.
Okay.
We pay it to the clerk treasurer?
We
No,
have
it's
it
paid
in
to
the
the
budget.
utility.
It's in the budget for the hydrants, and then I just put it into the, is it water?
Yes,
So actually the town owns it, right?
yes.
Okay, it belongs to the town, okay. I didn't know that. I thought we rented them all the time.
Thank you, Ted. So it's 12,500 if you guys cite it, and what was the other cost, please?
If we just locate the leaks, pinpoint the leaks and locate around them, for you guys to clear it, it's 5,705. And then if you want us to locate all the water lines and then map them and put them on our mapping system for you, it would be an additional 12,500.
Do we have
Yeah.
any maps for our water lines?
This plus additional.
This is just a look at
I'm
the
not
leaks.
aware,
This is
I
the
don't
map
know.
that we
We do not have a complete map. Apparently there was a complete map of the water lines at one point, and it somehow, a couple of operators ago, somebody threw it out. And so currently we do not have a complete map of the
But we
water
will
system.
have whenever he does.
Yes. And
That's
then what
what
he
we
will
need.
do is the GPS will, GPR, I think you're.
We use GPR, which is ground penetrating radar. We
But-
use radio detection, multiple things that we use.
But they'll give us, in a format that we can download into our Silversmith system, so we'll have Seth and I and whoever else can just get on our phone and figure out where the water lines are.
So you'll have, when he gets done, you'll have all the water line.
Correct.
But none of this will be mapped with the systems that you've got coming in with IDIM or any of them, right? None of this will be already mapped
No,
prior?
they're only mapping the EPA is mapping the sewer system, and we are going to get a complete map of the sewer system in an electronic form that is accessible through our Silversmith. This will give the same map for the water lines.
In your opinion, the significance,
Well,
how important is it to have this?
Right now, IDEM requires us to have it, we don't have it, so we're in violation of IDEM. If they find out, they can ding us for that. Also, under the asset management plan that's going to be coming into effect in 2030, we need to have a complete map of the water system. And then on a day-to-day basis, we have 811 locates that come in all the time. Right now, we have to call Bill on a lot of them because we don't know where the water lines are. And if Bill gets hit by a bus tonight or tomorrow, we're up a certain creek.
Right, okay. Alright, so so this is the information that we've been provided. Tell me what your first name is again?
Ben Cook.
Ben.
Yeah.
So this is the information that we've been provided by Ben. It's $12,500 to locate, to map the leaks, and it's an extra $5,705 to locate the leak.
Just because you don't actually find the leak, you just find where it sounds like the leak comes from.
Yes, we'll use the equipment, find out where it's at, and then you have to dig it up.
Right.
And it may not be there, right?
Sometimes there's a chance, but using all the equipment stuff, we can pinpoint usually
Pretty
where
well.
it's at, yeah.
So then there's gonna be further cost incurred then, right? Because then we have to have somebody come in, you locate the leak, you, site it, and then you make sure that there's no utilities around
Yeah.
it, is what I understand. And then we have to have somebody come in and dig it up and fix that leak.
Yeah, I don't know if your town does it
That'd
or.
be our job.
Yeah, right.
And how quickly do you find, is that done in one setting?
We can do the whole town in 2-3 days probably.
So if you find them all at once, it's up to these guys to then go out and mark them and then fix them as quickly as they can. So
We'll
if there's,
mark them and then
Yeah, they'll mark them
we'll give
through
you a
site,
job ticket,
right?
it's gonna have pictures, and then we have this mapping system here, which is kinda hard to show everybody. I can show it to you if you'd like.
I seen it.
That has everything on that picture. So all the points we take are all GPS log, so you can easily go back to them and use it to find locations too.
So what are the statistics though of, I'm just asking so I know,
Sure.
of say you find 50 leaks, how many of those are actual leaks then?
I would say mainly if you're looking on the spiral loop, something that's bigger like this, that's probably a larger leak, and it's not like a real small diameter that's only leaking like 2 gallons a day. Chances are pretty good.
Okay.
Do you have an estimate of how many leaks you expect them to find?
And
Based on the information that you have of how much we've lost, so.
I actually didn't get that. How much are you guys losing? Like,
I don't know off the top of my head. A lot of I talked with Zach a lot. He said, like I said, Zach knows most of this information. He just kind of was
Yeah.
put in a position today to come down and fill in. From what Zach had said, they're going to be able to map out all the valves, hydrants, everything pretty much to a T. Like he said, they'll put it out in a 2x2 box, and then we'll be able to get all that documentation, and then yes, it will be on us to get out and try to repair that, but at least we will have that knowledge to go fix it rather than just keep wasting water.
some of them are smaller. We have one right now we're doing that's lost 20,000 gallons in 4 hours. So there's wide ranges of everything.
So
I
I need,
believe it was over 1 million gallons we lost last year.
Well, the other thing is IDEM allows us to have a water loss of 25%. We got dinged on our last inspection because we're over that 25% water loss. So basically, this is an IDEM requirement
so
to
we need
find
figure
and
it out.
repair these leaks.
All right, guys, so it's $18,205 total to have, I guess it's Ben's company come in and map and locate the leaks for our water loss. So it's up to you guys to decide whether we're gonna make a motion to pass it, whether we're gonna table it and think about it. What are we gonna do?
Make a motion to pass.
GPRS.
And Brenda?
Yes.
To clarify real quick, is that 12.5 total price, or is it 12.5 plus the additional 5 cents?
The $18,205 is the 12,500 plus the $5,705, if I'm correct, that's what you told me. And he said we could use the water operating fund to cover that, Gloria. So, and we have plenty in there. So so Jimmy made a motion, there's a motion on the table by Jimmy to approve the GPRS company to do that. I need a second. Jenny or, no, it doesn't matter, Floyd will second it. Floyd will second it. Jimmy made the motion to
Jimmy or
approve.
Jimmy?
Jimmy.
Jimmy
Yeah.
and Floyd
And
seconded.
Floyd seconded it, all in favor say aye. Aye. So, any nays? So sir, when will this start and how long will it take then? Because, I mean, we just want to make sure that we notify people on our Facebook page and stuff that you guys are going to be in
Yeah,
town.
definitely have to tell people because people
Yeah,
wonder what we're doing.
yeah.
I have to check the schedule and see. We've got guys a couple guys in Chicago, a couple guys in Toledo. I got a guy in Indiana.
So when you let Seth know, he'll let me know and then we'll just take it from there then.
Yeah.
All right, appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, see, and I had already called on you
I'm
and you weren't
sorry.
here, so come on up. How are you?
I'm well, how are you? Sorry, I was in another meeting and
Thank you for coming.
apologize, didn't waste your time. Here's my minute packet.
Thank you.
So I'm Sam Bales with J County Development Corporation. I'm here for my quarterly update that I've been doing. And this is for the last period, October through December. And you can kind of just see, I always give you, this is the same thing I provide the commissioners and the county council, and then I go around to all the towns over a 3-month period and give the same report and that same information. I do break it down by communities, but I think it's good as elected officials in each of the communities know what's happening in other communities. As you know, as one community gets stronger, we all get stronger, right? And so I'm just trying to keep you, so you can kind of look down through there, but just specifically as it relates to Redkey, I know that we are still frantically searching for park projects, grant funding. The exciting part is that we have, Portland is looking at doing a small kind of park, kind of update, and so is Bryant, very small, smaller portion. Yours is the major one, but we know that a lot of times grants like to see that there's collaboration, and we're looking at, the Bryant is actually giving me figures of what they would like in their equipment, so we can kind of look at doing a joint, what we would call a regional grant, even though it's still within the, it's like when you say region, we don't get that grant makers consider towns within one county as a region, and so a lot of times then your grants are stronger if it's more of a regional focus and versus just one community focus. So we're very excited about that. Excited that we have Colby Klein joined us. He started in January. He's our new community development grant writer. So we've added to our staff. He is a 2012 graduate of Jay County High School. He went away and got his bachelor's degree from Ball State University in architecture, and then also has his master's in urban design from Ball State. And he went out and about, went to DC, Baltimore, Indianapolis, and has come back. And so we are thrilled to have him in our office. He is already running, designing a housing project in Dunkirk, and it's just is on fire. And so he's young, we're just going to try to keep up with him. So that's our goal in our office. And so then specifically here, then we are still staying connected. I sent in with Ted, who is doing an amazing job with the wastewater project, and then we were involved with the REDC to help kind of helped Leor with his application with the karate studio that's coming here, and we also are managing the 2 loans through REDC. So that's specifically what we're doing as it relates to Redkey. Some of the kind of the higher levels you can kind of see down through here that I did finish up my certification for as an Okra certified grant writer. So now Jody and I both are certified grant writers, and of course Lindsay from Okra, our Okra liaison, is here. So Lindsay Hammond is our go-to person, and one of the things that she was whispering in my ear as you all were talking about the studies for the leak is that there are, as you move forward, grants for master utility studies. So if there's other things, we're going to keep an eye on what's going to happen, and the next round for a master utility study would be in June. And so I'll kind of keep an ear on what's happening here. If we think that's relevant, that's something that we could look at trying to apply to use some funds to further investigate any issues may have. The last thing I want to share before you can ask any questions is I passed out, I've been giving this to all elected officials. It's the most recent wage and benefit study that we do in our region. We do it every year, and so our 9 counties in our region get together, pool our funds, and pay Purdue University to do this study for us. And so I'll just kind of highlight some and kind of read, since that those in the audience and on our mind do not have this document in front of them. But on page 6, this is something that's kind of the overall wage analysis for our region. That the average hourly wage in the region was $27.08 for the actual entry wage, and then the average wage was resting around $31.06, with the highest wage being $34.16. So again, that breaks it then, as you can see down there, breaks it up by the different job types.
For specialties too.
Yeah. So then you can, if you want to look on, we also study, we like to keep an eye on page 20. Kind of look at kind of the demographics of what our region is looking at for future hiring, even though we know 2026 is going to be kind of in a stagnant economy. We were very pleased to see that the companies in our region are looking to hire over the next few years. You can see in this that they're projecting having a need over the next 3 years of 3,700 employees. And so that's very encouraging for our region. We know we have a big commuter population, so that's very exciting for us to see. The other thing on this page that we look at through the economic development lens is where we look at the age of our workforce. You can see here our region is kind of hovering there. We got the average is 43 years old, so that means that we have a mature workforce, which is really good. But it's also something we want to make sure we keep a watchful eye on to make sure that we don't get, that doesn't keep extending to get older and older, because we all know what that means. We're not getting our young people in, right? So that's why we watch that very closely. And just the last thing, and then that I want to highlight in this report, because it is lengthy, is just we are, of course, watching very closely childcare and how that impacts economic development, and specifically our workforce and our companies. And the companies that we surveyed through this in our region really said the thing that the lack of childcare and really that quality care that's impacting is absenteeism. And so when you don't have care that is stable, or say like if your aunt or your uncle, grandma, grandpa, or somebody relative is watching your child and they're sick or their kid's sick, then base a center or a larger program, then the person has to stay home from work and care for that child because they can't take them to their daycare, and then that costs the company money. And so that's why we really watch to see if we're fortunate that the Portland Foundation has used some ready money to turn into scholarships. If you are not aware that there are scholarships that you could apply to if you're a family in need through Westminster, and you can get support from the Portland Foundation to help with your child care fees. So I really am trying to get that word out. That's anybody in Jay County can use those funds. You just have to apply income qualified, and you can get assistance.
And you apply where?
You apply at Westminster, so they're in Portland.
Okay.
So I've been trying to get the word out about that. Any questions you have? You have 3, okay. I don't know if I can answer, but I will try my best.
Number one, sis, I've been trying for 2.5 years to get your taxes from 24 and 25. We got 19, 20, 21, and 23.
We sent those. My understanding,
Who'd
because
you
you mentioned
send
that
them to?
you asked for
Well-
those at the last. You asked those at the last meeting, and I talked to Jody about those. The reason we didn't get 25, you should have gotten 24. Is you didn't get 25 because when we sent all those, 25 was not ready. So.
But you did send us 24.
Yes.
There was an email sent out. Gloria has it.
Okay.
That has both of those.
I'll make
Well,
sure.
now,
I'll forward it to Gloria again.
And
so she
again,
can
just to
print it out for you.
clarify, those are not, you're not asking it just for you're not asking for JCDC, you're asking for REDCs.
Redkeys.
Yes, Redkeys,
Oh, I want-
Economic Development Corporation. JC, the Jay County Development Corporation would not be relevant, but what we're sending you is the Redkeys Development Corporation's tax returns. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then the second question.
Okay.
sis. You gave us $2,500 for fireworks, and you gave Dunkirk over $163,000.
We
Can
did.
you switch off and give us the $163,000 this year and give them $2,500?
Okay, so what you're speaking to is Redkey Development Corporation, not the Jay County Development Corporation. We're 2 different entities. And Redkey, the role that Jay County Development Corporation plays with Redkey is we just administer the loans that we are not the decision makers in that. So we are not part of the decisions on how they spend those funds.
But you gave us, out of Jay County, $2,500 for fireworks, you didn't pay.
Okay, Jay County.
That's the commissioner, not.
Okay.
JCDC.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I was not aware of that. That's the county commissioners who gave that. JCDC, the organization I represent, has given no funds to fireworks because that's not our role. We do not have any funds ourselves to disperse. We get grant funds, or we help the other communities' economic development corporations
So
disperse their funds.
You didn't give Dunkirk this year $163,822. That come from the Jay County Commissioners?
That is correct. Yeah, that would be your edit money.
Economic tax?
That's your edit money. That's your economic development tax that comes from the commissioners, and that's all through the commissioners. That has nothing to do with JCDC.
So what do you all do with your money?
So what I just said, we help coordinate, we write the grants, we help coordinate with each of the economic development corporations, with each small communities. We work with them, we manage their loans for them, we help their people, like we helped Lee Rory with their grant applications. We're working on a huge housing project right now with Dunkirk. We have looking at 2 major projects coming into Portland, manufacturers, so that's kind of our role.
Well, no,
Attracting business.
We give you all, not the Jay County Commissioners, we give you all $3,000.
Yep, to help us in our work.
Does Dunkirk give you anything?
They do. They do.
Every
give us-
community gives you something for
Every-
your services to that
Correct.
community for doing all their grant runs and stuff, right?
Correct, yes, and if there's like, we're working on infill housing, we're working on, all different projects. I know, here we also have, I have a huge wipe-off board in my office. I know you've seen it, you've been to my office. One of the things I have on there under Redkey is the library. I have literally been talking about the library. I'm astounded that Redkey does not have a public library. That is not acceptable. And so we'll see what we can do about that. So that is on my whiteboard board of trying to figure out how to look for grants, and I've already talked to Colby about that as he just started.
Let me ask my fourth question.
Okay,
Now, they gave $500 million 2 years ago to the government in Indianapolis, to the cities and towns. And 8 counties in Jay County and 8 counties in Blackford County and everything. We got $2.7 million. Who's got that?
without you telling me what fund that's from, I can't speak to that.
That's it.
Are you could
No, I'm
talk,
talking about that, what they call that 2 fund, whatever was in the paper.
It was in the paper where.
oh, you're talking about Ready 2.0 funds?
Yes.
2.0 fund, yeah.
Yeah, so the Ready 2.0 funds, how that's being distributed is there's a portion that's going to the Pinville Park. There's a portion that's going to the Dunkirk housing unit is being shifted from the 68-acre project in Portland. That has been, they stopped that project. And so now we're pivoting that money over there.
Are they going to divide it up amongst the towns?
No, this is project-based, and there was a committee, and every town, there was 30 applications. I'm assuming Redkey submitted some, and then there was a committee that scored those, and then based on those scores, there was 4 projects
Well, who gives
selected.
that out to, maybe the commissioners?
So, no, that's a regional committee out of Muncie that's filtered through Doug Inman from the Portland Foundation and myself are the 2 representatives for Jay County. And then there was an entire steering committee, would have been a couple years ago, that decided what projects to submit and that were approved for Jay County.
There's an application
Who decided on
There was an application process, and then the local steering committee pointed those. I looked at all those. People had to submit an application. Those were blind scored, which means everybody did it independently, added them together. Those were then sent to a regional steering committee that then added those scores with those top projects decided upon.
There's 8 counties got $45 million. How did they divide it up?
So again, we got 2.7. It was all based on scoring. It was also looked at population. But I was not here when they did Ready 2.0. I was involved in the Ready 1.0 process when I was in Randolph County. So I'm assuming they did it pretty much the same way. We scored them all. We all kind of negotiated and kind of based on population. I can tell you Delaware County, thank you. Delaware County got the biggest chunk. Then you've got Wayne County in our district, and then smaller communities. Then because you also have to remember, you might think you want $30 million, but guess what? Then you have to match that every $30 million with another $4 with that, right? So, like, we have a $1.2 million project, right? Okay.
We gotta give them money, or they gotta
No,
give
we're
us
not,
money.
no, it's called a match. It's called a match. And so for the specific Dunkirk money of $1.2 million, okay, that's going to a housing project, we have to have a match.
Is that part of the $2 million?
Yes, we have to have a match of $4.8 million. So now,
Who's coming up to $4.8 million?
Private
we are.
sector.
It's either the
We,
private,
we.
not you,
You're okay.
and not Redkey. So if you're concerned about Redkey, and if you're concerned about you personally,
No, I just,
You are not.
I read that and I thought, man, these towns are gonna be rich.
no.
Then turn around and,
And we didn't fill out no application for any of that because I wasn't aware that we had to at that point.
Okay.
So we don't qualify for any of it anyway, because like I said, I didn't know anything about the application process.
I thought when I read that, it was giving $500 million to the cities and towns.
No. No, it's very project specific, and this is all through the Department of Commerce is overseeing it, and Indiana Economic Development Corporation.
But now that 2.5 million was gonna go to Portland and then it went to Dunkirk,
No,
right?
it's been the 2.7 million is divided between 4 projects. The Hood project in Portland, which is turning the commercial review building. There's a private investor that's investing in that and building apartments on those top floors. Okay, so there's one. There's a Pinville Park that's getting $240,000 to redo their clubhouse. Okay, and then of course they are matching. They have done fundraisers and everything to help with that match, and so Pennville has been helping to get that match, that 4-to-1 match. Okay, and then the other project was originally supposed to be the 68-acre project, and it's now going to be the Dunkirk housing development project. And then the other one, the fourth project, was early learning. And originally it was to build a child care wing onto Westminster and a child care wing into Dunkirk. But because of where they are with the child care vouchers now, that those have stopped, and so the attendance in child cares have dropped significantly. When Doug Inman with the Portland Foundation and we all met, we realized that it was not prudent to put that money into infrastructure because you would not, child cares across the state of Indiana are closed. And so looking at consolidating. And so I'm very thankful that Doug Inman and his board at the Portland Foundation had the insight to look at switching that money over into scholarships, so we didn't lose that money. And so now it's benefiting, that money would benefit residents of Redkey if they applied to Westminster's Child Care Income Qualified, and then they would get child care assistance in the Portland, in the child care at Westminster there in Portland. And so that is a way that Redkey residents could benefit from ready money. It is confusing. It's a lot.
We had it, but then we didn't have it, did we?
Well, we got Jay County got,
We didn't get it.
Jay County got $2.7 million. So, and Redkey's part of Jay County. And so it's why I
We
said,
didn't get none of it, did we?
well, you did because Redkey's in Jay County.
Not directly.
Not, maybe
Our
not
town
directly.
didn't, but our county did.
Yes.
So,
Any other questions? Those are good questions. Thank you, Jimmy. And I love your sweatshirt. Go Purdue. Boil her up.
You know, my granddaughter got a full ride scholarship.
Nice.
Purdue to run. Yeah. She's running now all over the place.
thank you for your time.
Anything else? Okay. Thank you. Yeah, just call me.
Get them
Any
taxes,
questions?
sis.
Okay. Well, you should have them. Okay.
Alright, so that's good for that. Alright, so I actually need to change the agenda just a little bit here, because we didn't get to go to last month's meeting because it was canceled due to snow. So Gloria did have some estimates done on a new phone system at the city building because the phone system up there is terrible.
It don't matter.
And at this current time, we pay $944.65 for the services that they have in there at present. To upgrade it to new stuff, it's gonna cost, so we're going from $944.65 to $983.35. And that's all new stuff up there so that they can actually transfer phone calls and stuff and within offices and stuff. So, I mean, it's only gonna cost us, and what else? Yeah, and a new
Our
phone.
phones are 1980s.
Yes, so I honestly think that we need a motion to approve getting new phone systems. It's only gonna cost us $40 more a month than what we're paying already.
I have a
So,
question.
Yeah, go
yes.
ahead.
So, who's the fellow that did the computers?
Leap,
Yeah, they didn't provide any phones? I was
they don't do the
thinking-
phone service.
I was thinking that they provided new phones too.
Just the computers.
Okay.
Yeah, so Jim, I have a motion on the table to approve getting the new phone service, by Jimmy. I need a second.
One second.
Jenny will second it. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any nays? All right, Gloria, so your phone is
Thank you,
approved.
so we'll just put it on the back.
And then, as it just came up yesterday, poor Bill, every time he comes out here, the furnace isn't working here in the cabin. And Mr. Shoemaker came out and he's like, the furnace is shot, there's a hole in the something system of that furnace. Do you remember?
Yeah, the burners.
Yeah, in the burners, there's a hole, so it's not gonna continue to run. And so he sent me a quote today, which I emailed you, Jenny.
Yes.
But I have a picture of it here, and, just a second, let me see something here.
Here, Jimmy.
Okay.
Have you guys sign these?
So he said the furnace is shot and it's gonna be $3,298 to put just the furnace in and nothing else. He said, however, the central air unit is so old that it's about shot too. So for the both of them, it's $7,900. That includes installment and everything. So I need to know what you guys feel like we need to do.
Well, who owns this building? Because if it's the Lions Club, they can take that, right?
The Lions Club doesn't own this building.
Lions Club does own this.
If, I will investigate that, Jenny, but, we've taken care of this building for years and years and years. So I need to know what you guys want to do. We have to replace the furnace. It's just, do you want to replace the furnace? Huh?
When I come out today, lady, it's hot. It was
Well,
on
that's 'cause
65,
Bill
the
had-
furnace is running.
That's because Bill
That
had
was
that.
about 2 o'clock. Is he already fixed the furnace, or they done put the
He-
new one in?
The new one's not in yet, but he just fixed it yesterday so that it would run for the meeting.
They just fixed it so it would run for
So
today.
it was hot in here today, right on these pictures.
Do you understand? Do you
So the
did?
furnace is already in.
No, that's the old furnace, but he made it so that it would run so that we could get through this meeting.
Here you go.
We need a new one.
Does that make sense?
No, if it's got a crack in it, you
It's
kill
got a hole in it.
That's what I say, you kill you.
So- I need a motion to approve the furnace and either the furnace or the furnace and the central air. What are we gonna do?
Have we got the money?
We do,
To replace both?
yes,
Because really, you should replace both at the same time. If you're gonna do one, you should do both.
correct,
He's crazy enough to do both.
correct. So I need a
That's
motion to
probably
approve.
ancient anyway. So,
Are you gonna give me a motion to approve, Jenny?
Yeah.
Okay. Floyd makes a motion to approve the furnace and the central air unit. Jenny seconds
yeah,
it.
that's not bad.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Hold on.
Jimmy's gonna hold off. Maybe that's because he can get the, who owns this building? The Lions Club to pay for it. We'll see. So that's the furnace. I want to, say that we appreciate Jessica from the city building. She's amazing. And she's done so much for us, and she has put her notice in, and the 26th will be her last day. It's for family reasons, and I just want everybody to know that we're gonna miss her greatly.
Very
So,
much, yeah.
She's like those ladies a lot. Gonna miss her. And then Mara just sent me an email. I have asked her to do something about the Glen Barber building because it's a hazard. I have pictures here that everybody's welcome to see. The one side, on the side, is that Oak Street, the side that your brother lives on, is that Oak, is that Union? Union. The side of Union Street here with this overhang, the whole bottom of it is falling down. The whole top of the front of the building fell down. We did have people look at it. The structure is not safe. And I've been trying to work with Mr. Barber. We paid to have the lawyer do a lien search on it and all of those things. And I thought he was gonna work with me, which he says he's trying. But I just wanna know, she's willing to issue
Unsafe building
An-
notice.
an unsafe building notice to Mr. Barber and his wife so that we can get something done with that building before someone gets hurt. And I need a motion to approve sending a letter for the unsafe building code.
Make a motion.
Jenny makes a motion to send a notice with the unsafe building code,
Second.
and Floyd seconds it. All in favor, say aye. Aye. And okay, so got the roofing system, got that. And then I just want everybody to know that Gloria and I worked really hard this week, and we finally got all of the paperwork in for the CCMG award for the streets to be paved. So hopefully all the streets that I had on my list will be getting paved. And they did add the ones that I said were not available, like across 67, that little dead end part, and some of these other roads that were not on the list. Yeah, homes, several of them. So now we will be able to, if we can get someone to work with us for the following year's CCMG, because you have to be certified now. And I do know that maybe Civitas is looking into being one of those people that can certify. So hopefully we'll find someone, because Choice One can no longer do that for us, which is sad because they've done so much. So just staff reports, yes. Yeah. So, okay, let's go go with, street or water, either one first, he said. Seth, okay. I just wanted to get
Yeah.
Keep it pretty light. Streets, I've been working with Alex, he's reached out. FEMA declared that big snowstorm we had an emergency, so we're trying to get all of our fuel receipts, material costs. Alex is gonna get all that submitted. We don't know how much we're gonna get back, but we will be getting some back. That's really about all I got for the streets. Water, we got our DNR report submitted, that was all good. We were dinged by IDEM when they came, did their inspection. We had our site sampling plan and map were just outdated. Got to do that yearly. So we're currently working with them. We got everything submitted. I'm waiting to hear back on a response to see if that ding is good to go. Just waiting on an email for any questions there. Corson came in. We were dinged by IDEM as well for our backflow preventers. So we had Corson come in and test the 3 that the town owned, 2 at the sewage plant, 1 at the fire station. The 2 at the sewage plant were good. The 1 at the fire station failed.
The new fire station?
Yes. So I gave out papers and quotes. Where did I know who got this one?
I don't know where that is.
This basically has to be fixed. It's required by IDEM. It's going to cost $2,000 to have that backflow preventer replaced.
At the fire,
Yeah,
at the fire
at the
station.
new fire station. So I'm asking for approval to get that replaced, so we can get that off of our plate.
So I need a motion to approve fixing the backflow preventer at the new fire station and the amount of $1,976.66.
I'll make a motion, I was waiting for you to do it.
So Jenny has made a motion on the floor to approve fixing the backflow preventer at the new fire station. I need a second. Floyd's saying yes, he will second it. For some reason he doesn't, he only head nods. So all in favor say aye. Aye. Any nays? Okay.
Alright,
Do I need to sign this?
no. We got the rest of the old meters that we got pulled out, completely disassembled. We plan on trying to get those over to Hartford tomorrow.
Cool.
Hopefully, that'll be a good chunk of change we get back. I believe last time we got about $3,500. We have about 50 more meters this time, so we should be looking about the same range.
What have we decided about the bigger meters, like the school, Fishers? Are we gonna talk about
Getting
that?
there. So after we got all the new meters put in, we returned all the meters that we didn't need. We kept a handful on the shelf just in case. We had $7,552.50 credit. For the remainder of the meters, it was going to cost $9,931.81. The difference is $2,379.31. So if we want to complete the town with the new Neptune system, I need approval to have Eric order these meters for $2,379.31.
How many meters you got?
Do I have left?
Yeah.
Fishers has 3.
But are you asking how many we have to replace? These are the bigger meters, like the school has a great big
Yeah,
one.
all residential are done. This is now for all the
Residence is done.
Residential is
So
complete.
this is the schools and
The school, yeah, all the
And
businesses,
Fishers
Fishers,
packing,
J
yeah.
Petroleum, the schools,
What about the sewer plant?
sewer plant,
So how many of them you got, 5,
There's
8 in total, 7 or 8 in total.
7, or 8?
And they're a lot more expensive than the single ones that go in because they're
Yes,
bigger.
a lot bigger.
So, but they saved enough money with returning what we didn't need to almost cover them, right?
Yeah, well, with, I think with what we take the meters tomorrow and get scrap wise, it'll be enough to cover that.
Okay. Well, I need someone to approve, what is the 2,000?
$2,379.31.
So $2,400 to replace the rest of them. Jimmy's got a motion on the table to give the $2,400 to replace the rest of the town's meters for the smart meters. Jenny's got a second on the table. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any nays? Okay. What else for you?
That's all I got.
Good
You
thing.
guys done good on snow removal.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, we
Appreciate
want,
it.
yeah, thank you guys. That was
Hey,
all right.
seriously though, Pastor said, thank you to everybody in the community that helped out. It wasn't just Ted, me and Bill out there doing it. There was a lot of people out there helping.
Thanks, Roger. You were a big help. We appreciate you.
You done a lot too,
Yeah.
buddy.
I made some homemade vegetable soup for old Roger for some of his deeds.
I ate the last of it. It was good.
All right, so Ted, you're up.
So along with the snow, we also had bitter cold, and so proud to say that although no water pipes or anything froze up and broke in the water plant or in the sewer plant.
Awesome.
Just to give you guys an idea, we got 6 individual independent heaters at the wastewater plant. All of them have to be checked daily during the cold weather. 4 in the water plant, 2 in the garage, 3 in the Old Town building. Special shout out to the Waldos who were keeping an eye on the Old Town building and actually detected that one of the heaters there failed. So they actually helped us. If that froze, if those water pipes froze and broke, it would have been real bad.
Are both of those furnaces working in there now?
They are now, yes.
Okay.
Sewer plant, the EPA project. There were crews in town. They started just before the big snowstorm on January 20th. They started, and they worked for a week. One of their guys got sick the first day, and so I was out there freezing important body parts off, helping the guy out so that they stayed on schedule with surveying the sewers. Then they were halted for the snowstorm, so they came back February 17th, and they've completely finished mapping all the sewer lines, all the manhole covers, everything. And so they're just going to do some a little bit of touch-up work tomorrow morning, and then they're out of town. So that's phase 1 completed. Phase 2 is going to be where the engineers from AECom are going to be coming in and placing flow meters in certain sewers. That's going to start in March, and along with water, rain gauges and everything else. And they're going to see where, so the whole idea is they're going to try to figure out where all the flooding that comes into the sewer plant, where that's coming from in the town.
Ted, do we have to still purchase those, or are they?
No.
Okay, the
actually,
rain guard or the rain meters or
The
whatever.
rain gauges, yeah, because they wanted like several throughout the town, but they've already got their own. They're already calibrated with their systems and set up with their systems, so they don't need ours from us. Some of you may remember that in 2014 and 2018, there was a similar study that was done. I have really, and it's about a $4 million project, Fleece and Vanderbrink were the engineers on there. There's like, and this $4 million project, we're still paying on the loans and everything else. There's next to no information on what happened there in terms of the flow studies, in terms of the smoke studies, in terms of
Talking when they put the new sewer system in, right?
Yes, yeah.
The new sewer plant or whatever.
Yeah. So as part of this project though, the EPA, I mean, I reached out to Fleece and Vanderbrink. I guess I don't know where, but I mean, I didn't know what questions or who to ask and stuff like that. The EPA reached out to Fleece and Vanderbrink about that $4 million project, and all of a sudden we've got like 100 megabytes of data that they sent over that have detailed maps of what they did, how they did it, where they did it, why they did it, and everything else and stuff. So that's all information that would have been lost, but because of this EPA project, we now have that information. No. I'm sure it was sent to somebody and they just lost it or whatever. Again, I don't have emails from anyone. I had to create a new email address and everything else. So, but yeah, there was nothing in the files. But I'm gonna, as part of my legacy thing, where I will be downloading all that information, getting tons of maps made and everything else, and getting thumb drives and stuff, and so everybody will have access to it. So once we figure out where the water is, where the flooding is coming from, the next part is to actually figure out how to deal with that. Part of what we need is, and actually part of what we need for the previous loans that we got is a rate study. Rate study is basically saying, is the utility, are we charging enough? Are we actually making money? Is the incoming money, does that cover our expenses? So that's what Baker Tilly, the rate study that was passed in December meeting, we're starting to get information sent over to Baker Tilly, and they're starting to process so that they can actually do a rate study. We had a kickoff meeting with them last week. Really thank you to Gloria. She's been really instrumental. She's gotten a ton of information that Baker Tilly needs. And Jess has also sent over some stuff. And also part of what I touched on before, this asset management plan. The asset management plan, it's a requirement by IDEM for all utilities. It's also a requirement for some of the grant studies and stuff. That basically says, what do you got in terms of utilities? So where are all your water lines? What shape are they in? What shape are your pumps in? What shape is your water tower in? What shape is your sewer plant and all the equipment that's in there and everything else? Again, I don't know, I heard rumors that something was done before in the past, but there's really no information on that. So we're starting from scratch on that. One of the things that the EPA is going to give us is a complete sewer map, GPS coordinated to within inches of where they lay. That's what we're going to get from with Seth's GPS RS program. And then also we're going to get from the EPA project an assessment of all the sewer, like the manholes. And so what shape are they in? They've already found a couple that need repair and everything else and stuff, but that was an extra that they threw in on there. Again, maybe because I helped them out, I don't know. Again, and they're just maintenance plans, repair plans, and everything else. So that's stuff that I'm working on. There was also, and on top of everything else, as if I didn't have enough going on, we didn't have enough going on, IDEM had a surprise inspection at the sewer plant on January the 8th. They found 3 deficiencies. One was that there was a flow meter that wasn't calibrated. I've already gotten a hold of Toric, and they're coming out to calibrate the meter this Friday. The phosphorus levels, there was a couple of exceedances. There's polyaluminum chloride, there's a chemical that goes into the sewer. Long story. Basically, that gelled up inside the tanks, and it's probably going to be going on for a number of years, crystallized.
Wow.
And so Seth and Bill and I have been spending a lot of time just spraying out the tanks and just dumping all this stuff out. And it's just really nasty. I got some white stuff on my pants right now, so from that stuff. So luckily it doesn't tear apart your clothes. But so that's going to be taken care of by the end of this week. And then the last thing they found was oxygen levels are too low during flooding events, and it's like, well, I got to shut down parts of the plant, and that's what happens.
Right.
So, a couple of other housekeeping things. One of the things that they found last time was that one of our lift pumps at a station down by Sycamore was not running. And so I initially got a quote for $4,000. This was last summer. And I just got busy and stuff, but actually it was kind of lucky that I got busy because somebody else came along from Indiana Pump Works, and they said, hey, why don't you get this other pump, because you really don't, these pumps don't run much. So it's, instead of saying $4,000, they've got one for $3,100, so that's a saving of $900. There's a couple. And there's 2 variations on these pumps. One is with capacitors that are in the capacitors that are on the pump that's submerged. And that's for the cheaper version. That's for the $2,800 version. We're starting. And then the other side is where the capacitors, the run capacitor and the start capacitor, are actually in the control panel, and that's for the $3,100 thing. Right now, the Barnes pumps that we have currently in our lift station, the capacitors are in the control panel. That's kind of what we like, because if they're on the pump, you have to lift the pump up to like 20 feet, 10 feet, and stuff like that to get the pump and then diagnose it and everything else. So I've got to call into the guy to kind of, and with Bill, to kind of assess which one can fit in our systems and stuff like that. Basically what I'm asking for is, can I get permission to spend $3,100 on a pump? If that's the kind of the pump that I want. If it turns out that we can't use that one, we'll go with the $2,800 pump, and then we'll save $300.
You made a motion for the 3,100 or the other, neither one.
Well,
If we give him
either
the
one.
3,100, then if he doesn't need that one, he's already approved to spend up to $3,100.
That's a motion to give you $3,100.
So there's a motion on the table from Jimmy Phillips to approve Ted's request for the $3,100 for the lift station
For lift
repair.
station pump, yeah.
Okay, for
Liberty
the lift
pump.
station pump. So I need a second. And Floyd's saying yes with a nod, that he seconds the motion. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any nays? Okay, Ted.
Okay, and then last thing, we've got emergency backup generators at both the water plant and sewer plant. They need annual maintenance. We had a contract for last year. They sent us a contract to do the maintenance for this year. So this is a copy of the contract. Last year, it was $1,772. It's the exact same price for this year. Here's a copy of the contract. I don't need it signed right now, but I mean, if you guys approve the $1,772
When
contract.
is it due to be, when are they due to be maintenance?
The last time they did it in September.
And what fund does this come out of, do you know?
This would just be.
Like, just like this one too, does it
It's
come
the
out of sewer fund?
utility, it'll be the utility fund.
That would be depreciation. This one would be operations.
Okay, so this one will come out of operations and this will come out of appreciations, right?
Depreciation.
Depreciations and
Operations.
operations.
They write it on there.
Alright. So I need a motion to approve Ted's request for, services on the are those Generacs?
One is Generac, the other one is Cummins. That's, Cummins is with
It's
us.
a Generac.
Oh, okay. Well,
So I
Generac
need
then.
a motion to approve the maintenance, the annual maintenance fees for, the, generators at both
I make a
plants.
motion to-
So Jimmy makes a motion to approve the $1,772 for the generator maintenance. Operation and depreciation. So Jimmy's got a motion on the table, and who seconded it? And Floyd seconded it, and all in favor say aye. Aye.
For cities, we're both gonna come out of operations.
He said they could both come out of operations, even the one that says depreciation. Okay,
That's it.
okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Fire, Mark?
Just got one thing for you. April the 11th, which is a Saturday, we're going to have a fundraising breakfast to help raise money for the fireworks. So we appreciate it if everybody come out and support that.
What time, please?
I'll have the details out on Facebook
Okay.
in a little bit.
I just figured if you said it, she would get it in the newspaper, so.
April 11th in the morning.
Okay.
I don't have my notes with me to remember exactly what time it was. I run from meeting to meeting. So yeah, fireworks keep going out.
How much are they this year?
I thought they said 7:30, Mark.
That's what I was thinking too. 7:30 to 10:30, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's 7:30 to 10:30. But we'll verify that and we'll have a event out on Facebook.
So Mark, I heard the guy that we used to buy them from that held the insurance on that is no longer available. So what are we doing about insurance on that?
Still working on that. So
Okay.
he's been talking about retiring for about 10 or 12 years. And I haven't heard if he actually took that step this year or not. I think he did, but
Okay,
yeah, so we'll have to find another supplier and everything like that if he did.
okay,
And the other concern with that is that he usually cut us a break, and there's very few distributors out there that still cut the small towns breaks. So we're probably looking at even more of an increase to be able to keep the
so what
same
does
number of
Dunkirk do?
fireworks.
Cause they're a small town, I'm just asking, or Albany, do you know?
We're all in the same boat, basically, because he supplied them to
All of them?
several
Oh,
of the
okay.
small towns around.
Alright.
So, yeah.
Well,
But
before you
How much are
leave,
your fireworks this year? They didn't give you a price yet?
not yet. I think last year we spent right around 15,000 on them. So,
I know that Mara had some issues with some of the contracts and she had to redo them, so I
Okay.
want you to look over those.
So,
Okay.
and what I'd ask is that the council just reaffirm, they were all approved in October, November,
I think it was December, but okay.
December.
Yeah.
these are the township
These
contracts.
are
Yes.
the township contracts. I just asked the council to make a voice motion to reaffirm all of the interlocals and resolutions so that Brenda and Lori can sign them tonight, and I can scan and send them tomorrow so that she can get them to your attorney tomorrow.
Okay.
And they can get registered with whoever they're supposed to get registered.
She said one of them was missing, so she's
Yeah.
got that taken care of now. One of the townships didn't even have a
Do
contract.
you guys have an agreement with, is there a Richland?
Yeah.
That's where we live.
No, there was somebody
It was a
else
different
there.
one here.
I know, I saw them for all of them back when
Yeah.
you guys had sent them out.
We'll look at it after
Yeah.
the meeting if you.
You got it.
So
Yeah,
I
I
just
can
did that.
Yeah.
They didn't get them back.
They did get them back, but there was something
Something was
not right with them, and they wanted them redone, so she had to redo them again.
Again?
Yeah. And then you and I will sign them again or whatever. So I just need to, a motion to go ahead and reaffirm the contracts that we had already approved back in December. So if I can have a motion to reaffirm. Jimmy makes a motion to reaffirm the township.
part.
Yep, the township agreements.
And the interlocals.
And the interlocals, yes, so I just need a second. Floyd will second it. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All right, and then we'll
We'll get
take
the
care of those
signatures.
afterwards.
Yeah.
Mark, we'll see you afterwards, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I know. Okay, so let's go with the police officer there. And his new baby, if everybody didn't know, they have a new baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been out for the last few weeks, so if you try to call me on the town phone, I haven't had it on me, so I apologize. We've been pretty good the last couple of weeks. You know, I gave out a press release that one of our officers did a traffic stop and got 20 grams of meth off the street, which is pretty good. Fucked up the stop there, we're still doing what we need to do. I understand people are a little upset about county ordinances right now, how we're processing them, how we're dealing with them. We can't tag every car, we can't clear every alley every day of the week. We're not a 24/7 police department, probably never will be. That's just the thing, it's a little too expensive to make that. So we'll get to things when we can. You know, we try to devote so much time every day to the county ordinances, the issues that people are bringing up. We got to be out there too, patrolling the streets and keeping an eye on things. We have a couple of reserves that we're working on. That kind of shut down for the remainder, but we're just working with what we got. We're looking for quality, not quantity right now. So we're trying to get the best quality we can for the town. Last month you guys did interview. We only have one applicant for our position. Really like the town to approve that. They've taken a lot off my back. I've done a lot. I've looked a lot into this person. Criminal record, doesn't have one. Or to be at the academy. I have faith in this person. They check out. I looked on the civil side of things. Nothing that isn't common for a typical police officer. I'm most likely going to get sued sometime in my life, and the town's going to be put their name involved in it. It's going to happen. Doesn't mean anything's going to come of it. You kind of know that when you work in the jail, that's just what happens. So, I don't have any expenses. Not asking for any cars or anything this month or anything. Got a little expensive here and there. Nothing above our discretionary funding. But I'm just asking for the town vote on applicant.
So we interviewed Matt Heflin, who is already our reserve, and he's asking, he wants a position, a part-time position with Redkey. So he's asking for us to consider him as the applicant that we interviewed. So I need a motion to
What's his part-time? What's his out?
Well, I guess part-time is going to be less than 38 hours. If we have another part-timer come on, then he will only be allowed 20 hours because they only have 40 hours to
They work max, so let's say one of them wanted to work 8. He only wanted to work 1 day a week.
Right.
And then he worked, so we wouldn't go over 40. If time constraints came, I talked to the council, certain situations. arrives, a case came, then, but it would just be part, yeah.
But he'll be a deputy, won't he?
He will be a
He's
deputy.
already,
Yes.
yes,
He's already a reserve.
He's already
Done
taken,
with the school, man.
he's
Yes.
already gone to school.
We sent 3 of the school now.
And that's another thing, we did, Jonathan Filomeno did resign on the 8th of January, personal reasons, I'm not gonna go into it any further.
Mr. Filomeno. So I need a motion to hire for Matt Heflin to be hired part-time.
Can we hire him full-time?
He doesn't want full-time because of his life situation and his wife and his children, so he only wants
His
part-time.
part-time's gonna be how many hours a week?
How many ever he can work as of right now. He's putting in a lot of hours right now anyway.
Shift, he's got days.
They'll work it out amongst themselves.
They'll work
so
it
that
out
the
amongst
shifts are
themselves.
covered, yeah.
I'll make a motion to hire him.
So there's a motion on the table to hire
Part-time.
Matt Heflin, part-time, yes, as a marshal or a deputy marshal, right? So, or a deputy officer, that is. So I need a
Yeah,
second.
he is a sergeant, so, but that matters to, kind of matters to us. He has been putting in the hours, so I will say that.
Need a second. Floyd Blythe will second it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any nays? All right.
I don't have anything else, but, appreciate everyone's help in the snowstorm, keeping each other safe. I didn't have any accidents, which is good. Couple of little issues here and there, but we got them sorted, so I appreciate, Roger, appreciate your help
Yes.
with us doing that too, so,
You're
thank
doing a
you.
good job, man.
We are very thankful for your help, Roger, with the town and the snow removal and all that stuff.
Not gonna get you to mention the super, but.
So Seth, I have one more question for you, and that's when, because I'm getting some people asking, when is Alley's gonna be possibly graded? I know you can't give me a
Yeah, I mean,
set stone,
It's
but
gonna be kind of hard with GRPS coming in, depending on them, we got, the meters coming in, we're gonna have a lot of water related issues coming up. Obviously with them finding leaks, we're gonna be out in the field digging, repairing. Alleyways are not a roadway, they don't need to be maintained as a roadway. A lot of these people have traveled these alleyways, there's not big potholes, or, I mean, they could use a layer of stone, but most of them just need a tease. So as soon as we can find the time to get out there, tease it all up, get it taken care of, we'll get to it as soon as we can. But there's more pressing issues than alleys right now.
and as far as them uncovering some of the manholes and there being ruts in the alleys, they just need to straddle those until we get this figured out, is that
Yes.
correct?
Yeah, straddle them. I've traveled all those alleys as well. My own personal truck straddles every hole perfectly fine. They do not need to be covered up. Forgotten about again. That was a kind of cool process of the EPA coming in and uncovering them so we can have an actual map and access if there's an issue. So we either, Ted and I need to get together and figure out a material list of what it would cost to either bring that up to grade or what it would take to cut that down to grade. So that'll be something Ted and I get together and figure out.
And in terms of the manholes, the EPA, I mean, these guys are experts. They have covered up the ones that they figured needed to be covered up, the ones that they left uncovered. They go like, there's no issue here. I mean, people, like Seth said, I mean, you can straddle it. And in fact, on some of them, if you put a tire in there, you're actually trespassing on somebody's property with your other tire, so.
I just wanted to bring that to attention because we did have some concerns with that, so I just wanted to make sure we addressed it.
The EPA has said this is okay, so I think we're good.
Okay, thank you. All right, Gloria, it's up to you.
Okay, we have 2 water bill adjustments to be approved. The first one is at 233 East Wayne, and the amount was $262.97 with a penalty charge of $25.50. The adjustment amount was $175.42, which would leave the new bill at $113.05.
So why are we adjusting 175.42? That seems like a lot.
Just got that on there, I don't know.
So if we only adjust sewer, that's too much. We need to refigure that.
How much is the bill for again?
$262.97 plus a $25.50 penalty charge.
10%.
$25.
It was 262 what?
97
262.97, and we're giving what?
$25.50 was the penalty charge.
Okay.
And then the adjustment was $175.42, which left the bill.
So 263, clear. 263 minus, what do they owe now?
113.05.
So we're adjusting $150 off of their bill. But what was the leak, what was the leak in regards to? Was it their side, our side, what was the leak? I guess those are
I can't
two
remember.
questions.
I think they had, I don't know.
Well, I got a question.
I believe it was during
It
the
was
cold
his
spell,
leak.
they had pipes freeze and burst or bust. It was too cold for me to get into the pit without causing further damage. So they had to go a good day and a half, 2 days I believe it was, when they had a full bore leak that was unable to be shut off
Due to the cold
due to
weather?
the cold weather.
Okay, all right. So what's your next one?
The next one is at 248 East Main, and their bill was $522.63, plus a penalty of $35.85, and it was adjusted $274.64, which left $283.83.
And
What was that
what
one about?
I want to say was either an outside spigot or a toilet. Sorry, I can't remember offhand.
So-
It was not on this town's end.
So I think that's too much of to me, I think that's too much of an adjustment for a water spigot or a toilet leaking. But I'm only one person, so I want to hear what you have to say, Jimmy and Jenny and Floyd.
They had a leak and that's how it's coming to use that much water. Without the leak, what we do is go back to 3 months and they said you get adjustment on it.
But we had an
My
ordinance.
question is, when you adjust their people's water bills, that's their penalty they pay, you take that off and you figure that in. If they got a leak,
They
they
took
should
the
be paying
penalties
a
off.
penalty.
They took the penalties
That's
off.
what I was asking, I didn't know whether you take it off or not, you take the penalties off and go in, right? That should be coming off.
But we had an ordinance that says no adjustment. So all I'm asking you is this what you guys, is this the adjustments that you want to give?
Yes, I do.
Jenny?
Is that based on the total bill or just the sewage?
Total bill.
Okay, so we just,
They're almost, it's over half of them.
right, but we just,
And we eat that.
yeah.
And that's part of their water loss their water loss report is because of the amount of adjustments that we keep giving. And I'm not saying that we don't need to give adjustments, but I'm just saying that we have to be cognizant of how much we're giving.
Right.
Especially when the ordinance says sewer only.
Right, we just introduced the ordinance today, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So-
I think we need to stick with that. It needs to be on the sewage and sanitation side.
How do you feel about it, Floyd?
I guess I feel the same as she does.
Okay.
I mean, I would love to have the adjustment for the water because I have a big pool. I want an adjustment every summer. But going forward, I'm not gonna get that.
Right.
So I'm gonna have a $500 and $600 bill this summer.
Right.
I'm gonna have to pay it, you know, but yeah, going forward, we need to stick with what we have decided to do.
So what is your suggestion for these? Just the sewer part?
Refigure it at
just
the
the sewer part?
sewage, yeah.
And so if she refigures it at the sewer part and go ahead and remove the penalty, we're okay with
Yeah.
approving those, is that correct? Are you okay with
I
that?
got a question. These $1 million smart meters, are they supposed to know within 15 minutes they got a leak?
But
But what?
there is lag time according, you want to explain it again?
So when we first did that ordinance, the whole point we made that ordinance is because when Scott presented it to us, we were supposed to get 15-minute interval updates. So if you had a leak happen right now, within 15 minutes, I would get a notification saying, hey, Jimmy Phillips has something going on. So I can come contact you right then and there. That is not how the system actually is. Some people are 6 hours behind, some people are 1 hour behind, some people we've seen up to 22 hours behind, almost a full day. So now knowing this and having trial and error through the system, that is not to me acceptable not to allow an adjustment when I'm not getting a real-time notification to stop the issue.
And
When
that
they
has
got a
to do,
leak, who they notify you?
I check it in the morning, the ladies up in the office check it as well, and then we notify the customer.
Okay, but you check it in the mornings at the city building.
Yes.
But there's some lag times because it's a computer, so, I mean, and it's up
Yeah.
in the weather, so it's
On
on top of the
average,
tower.
we're looking at a 10 to 12 hour lag time, so I'm consistently 10 to 12 hours behind at all times.
Nobody should have a $500 and some water bill then, right?
They do if
That's
they leak,
dependent
if
upon
their
how much
water
water they
spigot
use.
breaks, if their water spigot breaks or their toilet is leaking, they will. You can pump out a lot of water in a short amount of time from an open water spigot.
Yeah. I mean,
But
I've
you
seen
check
it
every day for leaks.
Yeah.
Who's got leaks,
7
every
days a
morning.
week.
What, are you checking the evening time or just in the morning,
I check periodically throughout the day while I'm at work.
throughout the day?
While you're at
I try
work.
to get on 2 to 3 times.
So it's probably
While you're at
impossible.
work.
It'd be probably impossible to get a $500 and some water bill unless you got a bust.
Not really, because I've seen wide open toilets run overnight, and they can run anywhere between 150 to 275 gallons wide open. So if you run 275 gallons for 5 hours, right there's already over 1,000 gallons. Right there already puts you over your minimum payment through the month.
Well, I use 3,000 gallons and I think it's $110.
So I need a motion on the table to go ahead and refigure that at the sewer rate reduction and doing away with the penalties, and then we will approve those adjustments. Is that okay with, I mean, so will you give me a motion for that?
Motion for that.
Jenny makes a motion to approve that. I have a second by Floyd. All in favor say aye. Aye. Jimmy? Jimmy's a no. Okay. So, anything else for you, Miss Gloria? That's it for me. Gloria's done.
Oh, no, I did have one thing, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry. The Jay County Chamber of Commerce called and wanted to know if you guys wanted to pay a membership of $110.
What do they do for us? What would, if we give them a membership fee, what is their service to us?
Who you getting them to?
They want us to get a membership to the Jay County Chamber of Commerce. There in
Do
Portland.
you know, Cian, what that would entail to,
I don't know what all their specific benefits are, but I do know that their new director is amazing, and she works with all the new entrepreneurs, helping promote businesses, amazing social media presence, and works on the board, and they really, yeah.
so I'm gonna table that if you want to, and then I'm gonna call her and get all the details and bring it to the next meeting if that's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna invite her.
Yeah, I'm sure she would love to come.
Yeah.
She is amazing. She's doing great work. She used to work for the Tipton Chamber. She's a local person that's moved
What
back
was her
home.
name?
Amanda. She was a Nixon.
Okay.
That's Nixon Randall now. But she moved away. She's a Jay County grad and is now back home.
Okay. So I need a motion to table that so that we can invite Amanda to our next board meeting. So I have a motion on the table to table it. Jimmy will second it. All in favor say aye. Aye. Okay. That's it for you? That's it? Okay, can I have that paper right there, Floyd, at the end of the table with the pen on it?
Roger wants to talk.
Okay, is it Roger? Roger, did you want to talk?
Yeah,
Okay.
not much.
Okay.
I've been here about probably a couple times about the same thing. It's over the land out here on your side that I own. Something's gotta be done. I've asked, talked about trying to get it some way on your insurance to get a release. I'm done. I'm gonna farm it or you're gonna buy it. Plain and simple. Because I'm losing money the way it is. And I went out there and I originally said they could have 30 feet. Originally I asked them how much they needed, they said 30 feet. I just measured tonight at 60 feet.
That they took instead of 30?
Well, that's what the grass is and stuff, what they've been using, but where my beans was right at 60 feet from that way. So you guys decide what you want to do and then let me know.
Can you give me a chance to talk to the Little League too, to see what their recommendations are?
Well, the thing of it is, the biggest problem I have is where the property line, where they put that fence in. What's got me scared is right there where the little girl's diamond is, their scoreboard and all that fence is on my property. If some kid comes out there chasing a foul ball and hits that fence, it's me, not you. That's what scares me.
I understand.
Listen then, this comes from the auditor's office, the town of Redkey, Mooney Straight Park, 3809-231-028.000.031. Lots, 20 lots, it's from 14 to 33. Lots 60 to 69.
Are you talking about that field?
10 lots right here.
To who?
We bought 6 lots off of you, Roger.
When?
You said you sold us 6 lots, wasn't it?
That was for the water tower.
I said, oh, we got 6 off of you there. This says we got this right here. Brenda, have you got a copy of this?
I do not have a copy of that.
Okay, I thought
That's
I'd
not
give
the,
you a copy of that. But
that's in your
this
hand.
comes from
Listen,
Alvin's office.
okay.
You can check it out.
Here, wait a second, but the last
You can
time
check it out.
we were in here with Mara, I thought that those were the ones that he sold us over here by the water tower. Not the
I don't
farm,
know.
not the land that he's talking
I
about
don't know.
over here.
I haven't sold anything out. Only thing I sold that once I owned the property is them 6 lots
By the water
by
tower.
the water tower.
Okay.
Which way do they go, Roger? North and south?
They're set this way.
You said which way? Is that
I
north?
think so. I haven't looked at the map for a long time.
Well, the deed I got from you on there, it says.
If you'll give me that, I'll give it to him and he can give it to Mara. And she can look into that.
I'll give it to you.
Oh,
I'll
okay,
give
all
I'll
right,
give it
okay.
by everybody.
Okay.
But anyway, I ain't gonna, we're gonna get that.
Originally,
You check it out.
when they wanted to buy that, we always coached our pee-wee football out to elementary. And it was always a pain because we had to go all the way out in the field and have it. It was just hard to keep concentration. To be honest about it, when I had that, my part, when I bought it, I wanted to have that 6 lots. I was thinking about donating that to the town to have a practice pee-wee field, football and volley, or dodge, or
Soccer.
soccer. That's because that way we didn't have to go all over the place. And then all of a sudden, the water tower come up and
Do
that's
you have an estimate on what you're wanting for that property if we were to buy that?
a little bit, but I won't, you guys consider what you want to do and go from there. And it's,
We'll check this out right here.
We'll
We'll
let-
check this out.
All right, we'll let you know in the next meeting,
Okay.
Roger.
all right, thank you.
Thank you. All right. Okay. No, that's Roger. Who is Bill? Bill, are you on the list? Okay.
Yeah. A couple things I want to talk about. But I think we, on Roger's ground here, I think we would benefit a lot if we could buy that straight back. It's gonna give us extra parking, place to put our fireworks, and kids could be out there practicing in that field right there. It's probably about 2 or 3 acres out there, Roger.
Yeah, I have a reason to.
I guess that depends on what he's asking to sell, though.
Yeah.
Byron had mentioned, the last meeting I was at, I'm not saying last meeting, because I think I skipped a couple, but he was talking about the same thing. It'd be good to just buy that section, same line, that line going there, all the way to the
To the
plant,
dump,
to
yeah.
the dump.
Yep. Okay, what I want to talk about,
I just need to know before I start farming it. That's what my comment.
and that'll be coming up pretty soon. Our chili fundraiser, it's been rescheduled for a week from this Saturday,
March 7th, is it?
March 7th, and from 5 to 7 at the old fire station. This is for a fundraiser to rebuild
The bell.
the old, a lot of reworking of the old tower. Needs a lot of work. One other thing, RCD was recently made aware of maybe some funds that might be available, that was put aside years ago. I mean, years ago, I believe that the elementary started a Save the Clock Tower.
Yeah,
I
we
think
have a
Randy
fund.
Young
There's
might start that, his
$500 in there.
Yeah, I
grandson.
think we have a fund, is it 500?
I think there's $500 in that fund.
We were wondering if that could be transferred to RCD to help with,
I'll have to talk to Mara about that.
Yeah, we'll talk tomorrow. It's okay with me if it's okay with
Yeah.
everybody.
Was there more than one account? There was supposed to be maybe one other one
There was one for the fire station
with,
and one for, let's see, what was that? Fire station?
And build the clock, there was a clock
Clock
tower.
tower.
It was there's
Fire
$500.
station and clock,
Yeah.
yeah. And was there one other fund that was that started for the new fire station that had a couple $1,000s
So
in
there's
that?
there's a fire station fund of $4,356.09. And then there is a clock tower fund, I guess it now has $647.61 in it.
Okay. But the fire station fund,
I'm not for sure what that's for exactly.
Says for the new fire station, but I don't know if that was before we got the new one or
So the
what.
real question is gonna be is how those were funded. So if those were tax dollars that were put into those funds, distributing those to a nonprofit is,
They are a profit, right? You're not yet.
what's your designation? Are you a 501c3?
is that right? Yeah, yeah.
There are ways to do that. I'm gonna look at CN. No? Okay.
No, you can.
That's one way of doing it is to work through CN to do something like that for a project specific.
Well, I just
Way
want
to
to make
do
sure
that.
that 4,000 wasn't for the new fire station.
Well, it does say new fire station, but I don't know.
Yeah, so that's the next question is what the history of that is, and I obviously don't know that is.
Do you know, Mark?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Fire department should know, because they've had it for years.
Yeah, I'll ask around.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll have to go back and
I mean,
research and make sure that that's exactly what it was supposed to be used for.
Yeah, the clock tower one obviously is pretty descriptive in the designation.
Yeah.
The other one is,
We've had that in there for quite a while.
Yeah, it's been quite a few years.
the historical context
I
of
mean,
it is.
even the board before, I was.
Yeah.
Well, I know that when we had when Janet come, she said we needed to do something with it, you know, it needed to be utilized. So, I mean, if there's parts that you guys need, we can pull out of that fund and give it to you guys to buy paints, parts, or whatever for the clock tower,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, okay. But can this $647 be distributed to? Yeah.
I mean, that's,
So do we need to talk tomorrow about that?
But you mean distributed to
RCD.
your development
Yeah,
group?
yeah.
I don't know if it can be distributed that way, but it can be utilized for something
it's
there.
probably better to go to CN, to them.
Okay.
It's just from a,
She's
instead of
looking at you
giving a-
like it's strange.
is it better to go to you than it is?
I would say no. I think it's better to go directly to the entity itself.
Can we reach out to Janet and see what we do, how we do that, Gloria? Can we reach out to Janet?
Oh,
and see-
yeah, I can.
Janet and see how
I
we.
mean, if that's the case.
Yeah.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but I don't think, I mean, they're already set up, it's for that thing. I
Yeah,
think
it can go straight
less
there.
people involved, the better.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll call her and see how.
Yeah, just let us know.
yeah.
No problem.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank
How
you.
you coming on the clock?
Huh?
How you coming on the clock?
Yeah, it works. It's on display right now. We're up there
Ready to
today.
ring the bell?
Huh?
Are you ready to ring the bell?
Oh, no. That'll be put up this summer sometime or
I was
spring.
going to tell you, I come through Winchester. Not Winchester. but,
Jimmy, we're ready for public comments.
Okay, but anyway, they got a clock and they got a guy who works on it. I got his phone number.
Yeah.
If it's working, you don't.
They've done an amazing job on rebuilding this thing. Thank you.
They have. They had it set up in the one drive and it was working perfect. Everything was there and it didn't change the time and everything.
It'll be set up for the chili fundraiser too.
Yeah.
You'll be able to view it at the Chili fundraiser.
Yes.
So come up to the Chili
Bruce is gonna all
fundraiser,
set
it'll be
up.
on display.
All right, Jenny, you're up.
Well, I ain't got but about 5 minutes, but anyway, I'm gonna start out with, I made a motion to give everybody free water, sewage, and trash pickup for year. All right, I got a second from Gavin Gray. Floyd, you said no.
Yep.
David said no. And come around to you, Brenda, you said we're gonna table this till we get an audit. We got our audit 6 months ago. We had a guy got a lot of money off of us and everything. But anyway, the audit's done, and I would like for you to make your vote to give everybody free water and sewage and trash pickup, and not give them free water and sewage and trash pickup, so we can get it off the table.
That one was done and over with, so.
No, it wasn't over with. You
Yeah.
tabled it.
I don't believe we tabled that.
Yes, you did.
We said we would talk about it again after the audit, but it wasn't like
It was
voted
tabled
on.
for a year.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do.
All right, can you vote?
Here's what I'm gonna do. Is there a motion? Will either one of you give me a motion to
what?
give everybody in this town a free water bill once a year? Will you give me a motion? No. Will you give me a motion?
No.
It's dead in the water. It's done, Jimmy. That's it.
Okay, you killing the table that you tabled before.
I just
So
asked
you
for
don't
a,
table nothing
listen.
else now. You
I
can't
just
table nothing.
asked for a motion. The motion was denied, so that means it's done.
Okay, did you table that motion that I made a year and a half ago and said we'll wait till the
No,
audit
I
comes
didn't
out?
table it.
You didn't table it?
No.
Did you vote?
I did, I don't remember, it's been how long ago? But I'm saying, I'm just bringing it up. If it was tabled, I'm bringing it up. Can I get a motion? They won't give me a motion. So that means it's dead in the water.
So that motion there is dead in the water.
Yes.
Okay, I make a motion and we give everybody free water and sewage and trash pickup for Christmas.
Is there a second? There is no second, so it's
Okay,
dead.
so you ain't seconding it?
No.
She ain't seconding it?
And I won't second it.
Okay, then. Now then, my next question is, we've got $4 million that we spent in the last 2 years. And we can't give $70,000 to these men and women and people that's having a rough time with the water bill? All we did, have we wasted $70,000?
I don't believe we
I
wasted
know we have. I can show
$70,000.
you we have. And I will show you next meeting night, but this will be a short meeting. 'Cause I gotta get home too, and you said everybody else has gotta be a short meeting and everything. Yeah, and then I will just right here about the International Association of Lions Club Charter, to all of whom these presents shall come greetings. Know ye not, and know ye that the International Association of Lions Club was granted, and by these presents does grant to the members whose names are hereafter affixed to all regularly elected members and their successors this charter, fully constituting them as a local club under the name and title of the Lions Club of Redkey, located at Redkey, Indiana, all the rights and privileges given to members of the International Association of Lions Clubs according to the rules and regulations of the Constitution and bylaws of the International Association now in force, or hereafter enacted. This charter shall be in full force and effect from the day of the date hereon, and for such time as the members of the local club shall conform to the laws and rules of the International Association. Otherwise, this charter shall be revoked. In witness whereof, the International Association of Lions Club has authorized its president and secretary to affix these signatures and cause the seal of the association to be hereafter affixed this 5th day of September, the year of our Lord 1941. Charter members John Herbert Landis, Guy Sears, William O. Hoppus, Bernard Alderman, Harry Alderman, Ralph Brown, Dr. Earl P. Crichton, John Crichton, Gilbert Curtis, W. Dale Ford, Ralph G. Green, Edgar Hudgens, Carl Jackson, George F. Kistler, Reverend Thurman Morris, Ed Norton, Donald Palmer, Jack Payne Jr., Faye Phillips, Walter Rathbone, Lawrence Rathbone, Carl Chateau, Wayne Skillen, Lyle Smith, Earl Stevens, Wester Warren, and Peter Wilman.
And
50-some years ago,
What's
I
your
tried to
point
get
in
that,
that?
just a minute, 50-some years ago, I tried to get the schoolhouse for the little kids in Redkey to play basketball. I went to the town school board, and they said, you can't have it because you ain't got insurance. I went up there and talked to Dave Miller, had a filling station. I told him what was going on. He said, Jim, come on out here to the Lions Club building with, and you join the Lions Club, they got international insurance, and your kid can play ball. I come right out here to this meeting, and I joined the Lions Club right here. And then I went right back to the school board, and I said, hey, I belong to the Lions Club. And they got international insurance. Now, can these kids play ball here at this school? And they said, yes. This was 1941 when we got this building.
So I don't understand what the point is,
The point
though.
is, you better get you a deed to this building. That's the point.
Where's your deed? Where's
I
the
got one.
where's
The
the address?
next month meeting, I'll have federal court
Just
papers
because
and
you went
deeds.
to a
Okay,
meeting.
so I have a question for people in the audience.
Yeah, that shouldn't be hard for you to get a deed, should it?
That doesn't mean the Lions Club
So,
owns this building.
I'm gonna have Mara do a deed, I'm gonna have Mara do a title search on the cabin, and that'll be taken care of. So I have a question for people in the audience. This whole argument is because, Jimmy hangs pictures all over the walls in here, just like that one with that tape back there. And the tape peels the veneer off of the walls when you remove the posters. And we rent this out for birthday parties and stuff. Do you all like coming in here to all the pictures hanging all over the walls? Be honest, how many of you like the pictures hanging on the walls? How many do not like the pictures hanging on the walls?
No.
So, I mean,
How many people raised their hands was a veteran? How many people raised their hands was a veteran?
Jimmy, we love the pictures.
Now, you love the pictures, all right. You
Yes.
tore them down, didn't you, see?
I took them down,
You took
yes.
them down. You tore them down.
Yeah, he had them all over the walls here and here, and I took them down.
Not all of them are veterans pictures.
Huh? Yeah, not all of them were veterans pictures, correct.
Which
Yes.
ones was veterans pictures?
The girls' baseball team.
I didn't put no little picture.
Right here, this is not a
That's the
veterans
flag.
picture.
That's the flag. Now, 3 times they tore that flag down.
And Jimmy, you put huge nails in the wall up there. That
I took a
splits
hammer
the,
and took your nails down off the
not mine, I don't have any
Who
nails
put the
in
nails
here.
in that flag and hang down this way?
The whole thing is we
I
don't
took
like
down
it,
today and
Jimmy.
throw them in the trash can. That's
So-
all right. Let's get out of here because it's too late. But with the next meeting night, you got a month to bring your deeds and everything Redkey owns. And I'll bring my deed and I'll bring my federal court papers.
So I need a motion on the table to not hang all of those pictures on the wall in the
Well, then
cabin.
you know what, then maybe you shouldn't get that,
Furnace
that
fixed.
furnace fixed.
I'm gonna call the Lions Club and I'm gonna have Mara do before the furnace gets
Because
fixed.
who pays the water here? And
We
the
do.
electricity?
Well, the town does.
Yes.
The taxpayers pays it. The taxpayers pays it.
Correct.
That's right.
Not the Lions Club.
That's right. The taxpayers bought that 71 acres out
You
there.
know,
too, didn't they?
who is the leader of the Lions Club for Redkey?
I don't know. I was secretary, and I'll tell you what.
Does anybody
I
know?
don't know if it would be, is it,
What was the question?
Who is the leader of the Lions
Roger,
Club
did you in the
for
Lions
Redkey?
Club?
Is it Mark?
And you in the Lions Club, Roger?
Is it Mark?
Mark's not president. I was thinking, I'm trying to think, I know they go down to Sundays all the time for dinner.
Stickleman and some of them used to.
They still use the building for their meeting. The
They still
Lions
use
Club
the
does.
meeting,
Yeah.
but when they have,
They used to have brownie meetings here too, back in the day. It doesn't mean the brownies of America own the building.
Well, I'm gonna have Mara do a title search. I'm gonna reach out to Mark.
it might be Mark's
You
different.
got a month.
I think
I'll
it's
reach
Mark.
out to Mark.
You got a
So
month.
if there's nothing further, this meeting is adjourned.
Thank you for getting us out here before they come.
do we need these up for president? What comes on at A? President?
Nothing.
It's just-